Hello my friends, and welcome back to our continued blind let's play of Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. My name is the FlightlessBird, this is your story-based gaming channel, and today we continue on with Turnabout Revolution, the final main case in the game. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day today. For starters, we're dealing with a locked room murder. But instead of the tomb being locked, it was being condoned off by the very guard. And after the murder, no one was found to be hiding inside. Right, in addition, we also know that Dhurke's fingerprints are all over the murder weapon. The curtain around the sarcophagus was drenched in the victor's blood on one side. The blood must have also gotten on the killer when they stabbed the minister from behind. Dhurke had blood on him when the crime was first discovered. It's just a grisly picture here. It's like, that doesn't look good at all. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember what happened. Oh, the dots. This is not good. So what we know so far is things could be worse for our case, and that's still an understatement somehow. Yeah, it's looking pretty grim. Oh, if you two are done here, I'll have to ask you to leave. Go on, scoot. Is something wrong, Emma? Why are you trying to give us a boot? It's just easier if you're not here when His Ephemeral Holiness arrive. Ah. There he is. Speak of the devil. Prosecutor Sahdmadhi. Detective Sky, it seems you've spoken at length with these two lawyers. I do hope you've also kept an eye on them. Yes, of course, like a hawk. They didn't touch a single thing. Ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Give a lawyer an inch, and they'll take a mile. Never forget that. There's that look of distrust again. Hey, Nayuta. Do you really believe that Dhurke's guilty? And are you seriously going to prosecute this case? I mean, he's your father. You were once part of the Defiant Dragons, weren't you? Wait! Come on, Athena, out to him. Huh? Oh, right behind you. Okay, well, let's chase after. Right outside. May 18th, Grand Palace Royal Residence. Hey, would you stop already? What do you want? It's about Dhurke. Would you please hear me out? I fail to see why I should. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hold it! Nayuta, are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, there's no harm in listening, right? Very well, speak. But make it quick, there is much I must do. Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? Did you do that? Meant to talk. I don't know why I went all the way right only to go to talk. Prosecuted Dhurke. So I know you'll be prosecuting Dhurke's case, but aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? Why does it have to be you? Her Eminence, Queen Khura'in, personally requested that I serve as prosecutor. She did? Well, I guess that would make it hard to say no. Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutor skills. Still, she didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. Be honest, you really don't want to do this, do you? Ah, you speak of love and sentiment. I guess so? I do not deny such human emotions. But the law is the law. And placing personal feelings above it is beyond reprieve. Do you disagree? Well, no, I don't disagree, but civilizations only exist due to the confines of the law. Without them, love and sentiment will lack the fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree? No, but, the law must be obeyed. This truth sits above all else, including personal feelings. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accused is of no consequence. Is it that simple? Or would you say otherwise? But... Come on, Apollo, tell me how he is. But don't you, wish it wasn't that way? It appears I've wasted my breath on you. And the winner is Gyakuten Saiban. Still spewing empty words, devoid of meaning or consequence, I see. You putrid red pepper. Urgh! I know I'm right. But did he have to be so eloquent about his point? It's like he's trying to cover something up with his pretty words. Apollo, I'd come back on the debates with him if I were you. Just stick to the questions, like the one you wanted to ask. Who Dhurke cares about? Naita, I wanted to ask about the hostage situation. Inga said he had someone dear to Dhurke in the palm of his hand. And he was using that person along with his hostage as leverage in obtaining the orb. That's news to me. Well, that's what Inga said. You can kiss your chances of getting the orb. Goodbye. Ha ha ha. Oh. Maya Fey, it's my only, how shall I say, insurance, Dhurke. What? I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, you see? Now, that went well. You can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way. I wonder if the person he had dear to him was actually Naita. I wonder. I got the impression Dhurke had no choice but to follow Inga's demand after you heard that. So do you suppose this who's this person? So who do you suppose this special person is? I wouldn't know. We got something. My bracelet's reacting. Hey, Nayuta, about what you just said. That's not what you just said. Ouch! My bracelet is crushing my wrist! How did he do that? Ouch! That really hurts. What the heck's going on? How did he do that? I'm wise to your tricks, you putrid pepper. The bracelet reacts to anxieties of people around you by squeezing your wrist. But now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your waist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning. Man, he's good. Arg! I don't know how he did it, but this renders my bracelet useless. Such devilry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessing. Looks like your special power won't work against Gyakuten Saiban, Apollo. We'll have to try something else. Alright, you're right. We'll just have to ask Dhurke about this. It appears. Huh? You intend to go through with a trial that you have no hope in winning. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and I. I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Nayuta. In case you didn't hear, I won my case last night. I won my last case against none other than Mr. Wright. You tell him, Apollo. Is he mad? I can never tell with him. This trial is different. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in next life as something lower than a bug or vegetable. You would be lucky to return to this realm as a patch of mold. A mold? Well, that's pretty harsh. If you wish to avert such a fate, abandon this folly before it's too late. I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm going to defend Dhurke in court. You fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, if you will excuse me. Prosecutor Samadhi knows his father will be publicly executed if he's found guilty. Yeah, yet he won't even show an ounce of mercy. Nayuta, is this really you? Have you really changed? Do you really believe on sending Dhurke to his death? Do you even hear me? Don't Dhurke and I matter to you anymore? To be continued? Really? To be continued there? Huh. Well, there's no way I could have gone extra 15. Well, not 15. It's more like 12-ish. But anyway, yeah. We're jumping right back into this. Absolutely. Are we going straight to the trial? It's kind of a weird place to put it to be continued. Because normally to be continued are if you're going between trial and investigation. But we just went from investigation to more investigation. Pretty strange. May 18th, Temple. I guess it's a way to show passage of time or to transit you to where you're supposed to be. Maya passed out right after we found her in the tomb. Oh, or I didn't realize that was Apollo speaking. It's another way of transitioning us to a different character. Aha! Now I see why they did it. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. Yeah, I thought that was Apollo speaking. She's been out cold ever since. We haven't been able to get word out of her. The doctor said it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. Oh, what is it, Wright? Are you alright? Yeah, just thinking is all. I'm glad you're here, Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten the permissions we have without you. Well, I didn't come all the way to Khura'in to be useless. Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove useful to us as well. You guys all times report add to court record. This is strange. We only have one piece of evidence because I guess we're not Apollo anymore. This is new. Tomb diagram, add to court record. Tomb crime, okay, so it looks like it's updating. I can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Or those were all from Ema. Sorry, they didn't update. Honestly, I'd have been so lost without him these past few days. You there, the bald-headed lawyer, Phoenix Wright. Huh? I'm assuming that's... Nope, I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong about that assumption. I saw barbed head. You're from the Khura'in Royal Guard, right? I am Lucky, Royal Guard member and Her Eminence's shoulder rubber. That's very specific. And what does the Royal Shoulder Rubber want with me? Now, I read somewhere that there were these, I think there were like 4 guys who were made knights because they served the queen in rubbing her, you know what, when she goes to the bathroom. I don't know if that's true or not, but dang, history is weird. And there's some weird stuff in history. So to understand that there's a royal shoulder rubber, that doesn't seem too out of the ordinary, if you ask me. Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders, alright, don't be absurd! I'm here for one purpose only! I'm here to bring you before Eminence! Queen Khura'in, Grand Princess of Khura'in! Will you comply? The Queen, what could she want with me? And why does he have to shout like that? Should be used to it. I can't fathom why Queen Khura'in would summon you. But I advise you to accept Her Eminence's gracious invitation. Royal shoulder rubber, Lucky, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? The name's Lucky! La apostrophe key and all praise the omnipotent Queen Khura'in! For she has already foreseen and put your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth! You are both to come with me! You mean to say Queen Khura'in sees our every move? Yes, indeed! Her Eminence's spiritual power is immense! She can even see what's going on thousands of miles away! Right. I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry. Yeah, me too. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to? I don't know, but let's go and see. May 18th, Grand Palace. Audience chamber. pretty. Beautiful shot right there of the princess with the queen, her mother. Ah, the bartender has arrived. We bid you welcome. And as you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Babade One. It seems your bluffs at top fluid tend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Is that what people have been saying about me? Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Your Eminence. Glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. Huh. It is alright. There's no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence. I mean, yes, Your Eminence. Rayfa's not looking too good. I guess she can't even bounce back from her father's murder. So, what can I do for you, Your Royal Eminence? We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand. Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. Inga's crime. We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. It is true that our husband Inga had been seeking the Founder's Orb. Well, that's right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey. Insolent fool! Ka-chonk? Ow! That is a lie! A lie, I say! Father would have never done such a thing! But he did abduct Maya. That much is— I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense! You will pay for this! You! Ow, 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 ow! Stop! Please, your benevolence! That is quite enough, Rayfa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne. Mother? What do you mean, Your Eminence? Inga was planning a coup, but he was dissatisfied with the current administration. And his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason. The secret police? They came up during the High Priest's murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice, in this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group. Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army. And he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. So, Your Eminence had no control over them? As much as it shames us to admit it, Khura'in is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. How could, Father? Poor kid. But know that Inga cannot have become king simply through our assassination. For in Khura'in, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. I see. Well, that explains why Menace Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Barbed One, do you recall the man known as Peace, Love, and Understanding? Yes, I remember him. That guy's name is way too long, with way too many puns. What about him? He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb, and covered up the theft. And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. Dhurke the criminal. The capture of the infamous villain Dhurke Sahdmadhi. It may prove to be the cunning achievement of Khura'in. Now, perhaps the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day. Elder Handmaidens, Queen Khura'in, Grand Priestess of Khura'in. Meanwhile, your daughter is crying in a corner. Permanent spiritual power invoked a blessing straight from the Holy Mother. I could see how her cronies would be elated at the prospect. But the queen herself seems almost too giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Father. Rayfa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. Nope, not at all, that's what I said. About the incident that occurred 23 years ago. The one in which Dhurke was accused of assassinating Queen Amara. Yes, he set fire to a private residence, burning my dear sister alive. Murder by arson. Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime. But that also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you crowned your queen, your eminence? As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was as a previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our eldest sister, Queen Amara. So, I know in history, it was not uncommon for the second in line, or even possibly the third in line, to have the older sibling killed in order to now become first in line. As a matter of fact, the game Crusader Kings, that's part of the game. You want to try to kill your older siblings so you can take the throne, or you want your older sibling to die so you have a better heir because your older sibling is a moron and the other sibling is a genius. So I have a feeling that she's behind everything. Like everything. She's behind Dhurke getting killed. She's behind Amara being killed. At the end of the day, this right here is our final boss. And that's a scary thought, because if she's the final boss, she's also queen. So somehow we have to basically launch a coup ourselves? Yeah, that's a scary thought. Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. DCA. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of a dear sister, Amara. When the infamous villain Dhurke Sahdmadhi was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own liar. That's right. Dhurke used to be a lawyer. Dhurke had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win in his own case. I see. But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the Queen came to light, the people were devastated. And trust in the legal system plummeted. Now why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. Ha 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 ha. In Khura'in, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. We see how you can take issue with such a reality. However, we are not banning the act of lawyering itself. Yeah, you just made it almost impossible for anyone who wants to be a lawyer. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown. Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's a possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there need to be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree? Perfect prosecutors and the perfect trials, huh? Let's not get started down this path. Furthermore, here in Khura'in, we had the Divination Séance. And so it is, we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie. Yeah, but there's been a couple times that I found this didn't really work very well. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice. And I found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least. Oh, such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, borrowed one. It feels as if our cells were being cross-examined. Just you wait. Oh no, that wasn't my intention. Yet. It is true that some feel the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil, at best. But it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of a kingdom has been forged. If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure. The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Khura'in dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act. I think I actually used the wrong voice there. Sorry, this is still Ron speaking. Really? None at all? Right, why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all. Yeah. About the feather's orb was to be exchanged for the hostage. If it went missing after the murder, would you happen to know anything about that? It's missing? I'm sure Dhurke had it when he went into the tomb. It wasn't there. I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence. In that case, then perhaps Dhurke would have hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there's the matter of that horned youth you were with. Oh, you must mean Apollo. From his odd hairstyle, may we assume him to be a relative, perhaps your younger brother? No, you've got it all wrong. He's Dhurke's son. Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood. Dhurke's? Real God. Your Eminence! What's she whispering in that one guy's ear? Hopefully there's not a law that says if your father committed a crime, you also get the crime committed against you too. Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now. Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar. Something else? Please take a look at this. That reminds me of when Dhurke was still practicing law. So we see the lawyers in a country also present evidence. Simply to gauge other parties' reaction when all else has failed. Do not presume to us such simplistic methods upon us. Sorry. Alright, she's not gonna take any evidence. Can I? It's the Grand Royal Guard. The one who came for us earlier said that he's the royal shoulder rubber. Excuse me, but are each of you charged with your own specific task? On the rope! Okay, so, alright, I'm sorry, ass. What was that? Tea server, royal taster, bed maker, fitness trainee. At this rate, one has to wonder if there is no task left assigned by Your Eminence. Unassigned. That's one swanky throne. I wouldn't mind taking a seat there myself. The jester and the crown. I imagine it make quite an interesting picture. You know, Edgeworth, I hate to say this, but you're absolutely right. Let's move out. Bazaar. What bazaar scene will we see in the bazaar? May 18th, Fine Bazaar. Okay, apparently there's a tiger here or something. What? Was that the lion? Or a lion? Sure. That could also work. Oh, that caught me by surprise too, when I first heard it. It's a cry of a local bird known as a warbird. Really? That's a warbird's cry? A bird? That sounds like that. Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird. The heck was that? Was that a gunshot? Ha 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 ha! Starting up PW? It's just stats, yeah. I was thinking it was stats, like right before it happened. What was that, Dats? As the Defiant Dragons' newest weapon, I call these puppies Dragon's Nut Snaps. Uh-huh. And you need those, why? Cause our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking stuff, more and more people are joining our calls. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough, like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. You can say that again. I mean, what with that high priest fake murder / suicide? People are calling it the DCA tragedy. It's causing real public uproar. Hopefully this means Trust's death won't be in vain after all. So, how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Well, simple. First, supply them to our failed rebels. Then we use them as diversion when we need to shake Ron's goons. Huh? The heck? Whoa! Will you cut that out? I'm not with the regime. I'm not chasing you. Ha ha ha! Your reaction. Man, that was priceless, P-dubs. Guess I settled that war bot too. It's a miracle. No one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there? Huh? Oh, hello. You are one of those sergeants, are you not? Yikes! Take that! Bang! And I'm gone! Eek! And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought. Barbed head. Your benevolence. What can I do for you? I wanted to speak to you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup. Well, I can understand why you feel like that, but it was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him. What if the royal mother has the power to control Dhurke, and she controlled Dhurke and attacked Egon. And thus, she seemed, but then I had this theory last episode, didn't I? But I said I had that theory last episode, but the problem was that, she was with us most of the time. And how do you know that? I just do. 'Cause the Holy Mother guides me. And as a royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see. Maybe this is just how Rayfa expresses her sense of duty. You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you, and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom. Ha 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 ha. That's the best news I've heard all day, your benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rayfa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, right? Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it's the last thing that I do. Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl? Barbed head, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now, follow me. Alright, fair enough. Wait, she's sure in a hurry. Right. The minister's private quarter may hold evidence related to his murder as well. Yeah, maybe we could kill two birds with one stone. Rayfa's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth that we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. May 18th, Grand Palace, Royal Residence. Now, if we could figure out which of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters, that's where we'll find Rayfa. Probably this. Footprints. There are footprints coming from this residence. Too bad they just kind of end. I wonder who made them and where they went. This place is decorated with all sorts of colorful flowers. And that view from veranda looks like it would be amazing. If I had to guess, I'd say Rayfa must live here. Amara's tomb. The scene of Inga's murder. Poor Maya was held captive in there. To think, she was actually being held here in Khura'in. If only we had found out sooner. No point in dwelling on that now. All we can do is keep moving forward. Yes, of course. Grand Palace, the heart of the kingdom's government and religion. Yes, the two are inexplicably intertwined here in Khura'in. The religious beliefs of the people touch every aspect of their lives, including legal affairs. Right, like how they commune with spirits in court. I suppose. Khura'in is a glue that binds the faith, law, and politics together. It may seem strange to foreigners like us, but for them, it's perfectly natural. What a beautiful place this is. Amen to that. But I'd be enjoying this a whole lot more if we weren't investigating a murder. Commoners aren't normally allowed access to the royal residence, you know. Under ordinary circumstances, it would be impossible to take in such a spectacular view. Though murder is certainly a unique reason to be offered such a rare opportunity. Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are? Watch your step right. That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. Yeah, the ground's soaked. I wonder who did this. Is that who we think it is? Is that, Rayfa? I think someone's in there. Well, yeah, of course that's Rayfa, because we were following her. Duh. Father. Poor kid, dang it. I hate saying that, but it's true. It's like, dang, I feel sorry for her, and I feel so bad for her, and she's... Is that Princess Rayfa? There were still so many things I wish to tell you. She always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy. Father. Princess Rayfa, are you in there? Just a moment, I'll be right out. I see you finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we? Your benevolence? Maybe you should rest a minute first. You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you? No, I mean, yes? Sorry, I couldn't help overhearing. Gah! I wasn't spying on you or anything. You stupid, barbed head! Ouch! You could have feigned ignorance. It's as if your brain and mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. I'm not that bad, Edgeworth. Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve, keeping the crown princess waiting. Oh, sorry? This was my father's residence. I have already unlocked it, so you can go right in. Oh, and... be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water all over there. A dingbat dog? That's right. The yuppie mutt spilled a whole Ansvath. I wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looked like? I have better things to do than to memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyway, it's not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we? I really hope she's alright. May 18th, Grand Palace. Inga's private quarters. I noticed this coat has 4 gems on it. What a mess. Could definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common. Bah, the staff keeps getting in the way. Nina! Oh! Huh? Where's Nina at? Normally she comes right away. And like whispers in the ear or something. Yeah, that. She comes running whenever Rayfa calls. That's right. Nina is what? Oh well, you barbed head, come, hold the staff for me. Where is Nina? Why me? Just take it, it's too heavy, and I am tired of holding it. How does Nina put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now. There are some muddy shipwrecks here. Come to think of it, there was some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in it before coming in here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old. Then someone must have been in here today in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. Here in Khura'in, we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to the morrow. Mine is, why clean up today what you can clean for tomorrow? That's cool, Globe. Her desk is crammed full of documents. They appear to be paperwork for executions. But for this many cases? Indeed, something is rotten in the kingdom of Khura'in. This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp. His insignia is carved big and bold right on the lid. Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? It's a syringe and a vial. Those were for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable. It was that bad, huh? He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then. Yes, my father said that his back pain could knock him off his feet. I know the feeling. I've experienced some pretty severe back pain on my own. Well, we can't have you throwing your back out in cart, so why don't you take a vial? Oh, no thanks. I hear your body build up tolerance to that sort of thing. Pangolin shots ninja in a pocket. I thought you didn't want them. I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home. What's this? Jesus Labelle? Wait a second. We've seen that before. From the wrestling case. Never thought I'd see this brand again. It appears to be a symbol of some sort of spray on hair color. Color jet black. I wonder if Inga was going gray. Here, Edgeworth. Maybe you can use it. I like my natural hair color just fine, thank you very much. That's a nice Easter egg. Or callback, whatever. That's one luxurious and comfy looking bed. I've slept on nothing but hard floors since coming to Khura'in. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again. Then take it. It's yours if you wish. We'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone. But don't you want to keep these things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need his spirit haunting me late at night. Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more? But Princess Rayfa, I honestly don't know how to answer that. Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture. My father sculpted himself from a block of solid gold. Why it does not surprise me that he was also a narcissist. It's pretty detailed. He even included that personal stamp of his. Hey, the stamp's a little loose. Huh? Ah! Look, there's a sacred safe inside. Oh my, to think such a thing was here all this time. Rats. Looks like we'll need a combination to get in. We can't open this without the combination, but I doubt Princess Rayfa would know it. Well, if we can't open it, we can't open it. For now, let's continue our investigation and come back to this dilemma later. This chair looks like it was modeled after Inga's suit jacket. Wait, that's a chair? I thought that was literally his jacket draped over a chair. Wow. That's amazing. The backrest even has those fancy buttons of his. I imagine they make the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on. Actually, they serve to massage the pressure points on his back. My father suffered from the horrible back pain, you see. I wonder if it really works. This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Inga's notes. Nina. Purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Dhurke, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. That's strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. Why would he bother doing this? I'm afraid even I can't answer that. Whatever this reason, it's giving me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking some descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of, anyway. What a brilliant deduction. One fitting of a chief prosecutor as yourself. I commend you. Huh. That's high praise coming from you, your benevolence. Edgar was right. They do look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing not Nina, who he must have seen every day? Inga's notepad added to the court record. Nothing about bottles? Was that everything? The kidnapping. Barbed head. I, the royal priestess of Khura'in, shall share my thoughts of the abduction. You will? Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often. Yes, of course. We'd be grateful to hear anything that you'd like to share. My father was very likely as he could obtain the Founder's Orb. But it was not for the purposes of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake. What, so you could get more power? For your sake? The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I have finished my training, and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me. Right, I see. Well, do you understand why he did it now? I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper. Ah. But I guess you don't believe he is, do you? Oh. New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. So suffice to say, he did this all for me. End of story. Was he really trying to obtain the orb for Rayfa? Somehow, I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rayfa will be performing the Divination Séance tomorrow. I should probably ask her about that. Nana. Your benevolence. I noticed Reina isn't with you today. I know not where she has gone. I had not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again. A little after 2? That's about an hour before the murder. Indeed. Of all the times for this to happen. She normally comes to me the moment I call her name. I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incident somehow. Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in them? Who knows? At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime. Nana, I hope she is alright. Rayfa seems really worried for Nana. Tomorrow's seance. I take it we'll be conducting tomorrow's Divination Séance. Who else if not I? Good point. The thing is, Divination Séances are all about what victims experienced in their final moments. So tomorrow, Rayfa will experience her own father's death exactly as it happened. Wow, this is all kind of messed up. Like seriously, this is just so messed up. This entire case, poor kid. That's more than anyone should ever have to deal with. Amen to that. Do you really have to go through with this seance tomorrow? There's really no one else. What about just calling the whole thing off? It's not as if... It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to. No? Ah, never mind. I misspoke. Interesting. The Divination Séance is a very important duty of the Red High Priestess. And it is the one that I intend to fulfill. There's that word again, duty. Your benevolence. As Crown Princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy and what is true and what is false. And more importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I am even up to the task. Performing the Divination Séance is very important for a priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Nina and Rayfa. Your benevolence. Has Nina served you long? Yes, she's been at my beck and call for as long as I can remember. I have heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers. Your diapers? Almost sounds like she could be your mother. Indeed, but that is the simple fact of life when your mother is being queen. Nina takes care of my every need. She is my teacher in all things as well. Rayfa's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects. Could that be the result of Nina's teachings? Reina, could that be my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late. Oh, I'm sure she'll be back. Yes, I suppose Nina would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she would like a soda massage. And yet, I can't shake the feeling that Nana is connected to this case in some way. What if Nina is actually the queen? And the queen is posing. I'm sorry, and the queen is not actually the queen. She's some fake. Sort of like Star Wars Episode 1 with Amidala and Padme. Probably not. Nah, probably not. I mean, it could, maybe. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, your benevolence? None whatsoever. It looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. But it's probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. I wonder what date Inga would use as a combination. Rayfa's birthday. That's the first thing I jump to. What is your birthday, your benevolence? You always see a time. It could not possibly be my birthday. But if he loves you a lot and you love him a lot, I mean, it's possible that he would do that. Aw, come on. It's worth a shot. Fine. It's December 24th. Christmas Eve? Well, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 2, 4. Pretty sure they had to change that in some countries. It was probably like 2, 4, 1, 2. Ah! It opened. Haha, called it. It did. Yep, and it looks like the bottom safe was a fake. Something meant to mislead would be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by its use of such an easily guessed combination. Why, Father? Why my birthday? Because he loved you? I can't say. I expected the sculpture's chest to open, as opposed to the safe. What do you suppose is in there? Probably nothing. It's more likely a decoy for unsuspecting thieves, after all. It seems Mr. Inga kept his most valuable possessions much closer to his chest. Where they're bound to say safe and sound, huh? Oh, hello. Yeah, that's right. It was a decoy. Okay, let's see what's in here. This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind, and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rayfa. Awkward? I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old. Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid? There are some other papers in here. Khura'in assassination plan? Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine. The spiritual power I obtain from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, the secret police are to keep a close watch on Khura'in. This is a plan for his coup d'etat. What? Give me that! Someone plant that? I don't understand. It seems that just as Mr. Inga was planning the assassination of the queen. This can't be true. Father would never harm Mother. Poor Rayfa. This has to come as a terrible shock. What's this? There's a photo in here too. Aww. So a woman and a baby. Wonder who they are. That's such a nice picture. I like that. On the far left, there's a logbook with a mark of the Defiant Dragons branded on it. Wait! That's... Your benevolence? How can this be? Princess Rayfa! She just pass out? Was that... what's her name? Amala? Mada? Whatever her name is Amada her actual mom? And is Dhurke her actual father? But no, that wouldn't make sense because of time frame. She's 14. And, she's got a weird look on her face. Although, Nayuta. Yeah, Nayuta looks... Yeah, that's Nayuta, is what it is. She's looking incredibly pale. Your benevolence. Are you alright? But why would Inga have a picture of Nayuta in there? Alright. How can I be alright? Huh? All that I had believed. It was all lies. I'm afraid I don't follow. What's the heck she talking about? Can I ask who the woman is in this picture? How should I know? It seems I didn't know anything that was going on. Doesn't look like I'm going to get much more out of her while she's like this. Picture of a woman's Inga's safe shows a woman, a baby, and a logbook that has a mark print on it. So that's... God, that actually... Ow. Mother. Huh? I must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding. What secret? I must go. Goodbye. Wait! What was that all about? It's like her mind was off somewhere else. It appears this photo really upset her. I wonder who the lady in this picture is. Stop! Shadow, come back here! Oh, it's Albie. Wait, that sounds like Albie and Shadow. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. I wonder what's afoot. We're gonna find out in the next episode, my friends. Much love to you all. Thank you for everything. Y'all are the #1 YouTube community on all YouTube. And I can't thank you enough for all that you do. Much, much appreciated. I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day. And until next time, so long. And take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter. And you are brilliant. And you are loved. And you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.